Right, coffee time, coffee time.
Don't you touch that.
Why?
No mess.
No mess, right, okay. Not allowed to use the kettle, boys and girls, but I am allowed to use the laptop. Let's go and have a look, see how well we've done this month. Roll the intro. Hi, welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Langers and I am the Scruffy Trader. And what I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. If that sounds good, please click the little subscribe button. It genuinely helps. And if you want to learn more about trading and see future content, crack the little bell icon while you're on. So let's get into this and see where we're up to. Well, all of this month, I've been doing a small account challenge. Well, shouldn't really call it a challenge. I don't like calling it a challenge. Experiment, shall we say. And it's the last weekend of the month. And I want to show you the results and give you a little update as to what a bit of hard work, a little bit of thought can achieve. So let me go up in this study and I'll show you some figures. And then if you hang around to the end of the video, because it's only going to be short, you'll see the fruits of that labour. So come with me. Okay guys, coming to the study, I'm going to quickly show you the figures of this month, but I'm just going to kind of explain why I did it in the first place. Well, as you know, I've shown you some of the emails that I get that are pretty vile. And because of that, I don't use any forums anymore, which is a shame because there was a lot of good people on the forums that genuinely benefited from my help. Now they don't get any because I am just tired of the trolls. Anyway, because I'm not on the forums, they send me emails directly now. And I've shown you some of them and they are horrific.
You ding dong!
Give it to me again.
You ding dong!
I don't know what goes through their mind. I really don't. But I thought what I would do is I kind of prove a point, you know, that it's not all about chasing the unicorn. You know, you want to chase a unicorn, follow this guy.
You ding dong!
Because that's what it is. It's a fable. It doesn't really ring true. I'm not saying you can't make a living out of trading, because you can. I'm living proof of it. But my road to trading was not easy. And it certainly wasn't the road I set out to take. I was very happy working in my factory that I had. You know, I loved that job. And just circumstances brought me to this. And it just so happened it was a skill set from that factory that brought me here. Again, some people used to kick it in about the factory and say that it was just a tin pot toy shop. Well, if you look at the video about how I became a trader, you tell me if that's a tin pot toy shop and whether you could have afforded to have had a factory like that and employ 17 staff. But then again, maybe it was tin pot. What do I know? I've only been in business 20 years. So, the plan was to show you that it can be done and how you can compound your winnings and build it up into something tangible. Well, in October, that tangible thing was a meal, McDonald's meal, just small, like a pie or something like that. Only a $5 a day, but it was a realistic goal. And every day I did it, and I just mirrored what I normally do in my other accounts, and it built up. Again, you get those who say that's not good enough.
No way!
Okay, well what I'll do is I'll take the £300 that was left and I will do the same process for a little holiday. As it so happens, we can't go on holiday because everybody's locked down, so I've kind of bought something else. And I'll show you that in just a second. And you can see what the fruits of hard work can bring you. And I'm not actually going to call it hard work because it's my job.
Isn't that logical?
And it's what I should be doing anyway. So the idea was to turn your 300 into 6. Well, we've cracked that, and I'll show you. There we go. Just Scruffy Squadder in the corner there. And if you're interested, there's details down below. I explain everything I do to those guys pretty much every day. As we can see on this, there is more than any £600 in there rather. There's over £700, and I've drawn money out of that, and I'll show you that in a second. And it is a live account, and there is the equity curve across the month. I think that's pretty darn good, taking it from a very, very small account. Now, if I was to do this every single day, I would start building up quite a decent amount of money. And that's kind of what I'm driving at. Because when you're in business, you do not make money straight away. Any business owner or anybody who's been in business will tell you this.
No way!
There's an age-old thing. In the first year, you feed the business. In the second year, the business feeds itself. And in the third year, the business feeds you. And that's kind of the path of a business in a very watered form. Trading is no different, because trading is a business. And you've heard me say it before. If you treat it as a job, it'll pay you as a job. But if you're chasing a unicorn, you ain't going to get one. What you're going to get is this. Yes, it's got a horn, and you don't want that horn up the jacksie at full speed, because you will know about it. So the moral of the story is really just take your time. Even if you've only got a small micro account, you can build it up. And I'm going to show you something in the figures here before I show you what trading has actually bought me. And we shall see in just a second. So as you can see, that's what's left in the brokerage account, but that's how much the gross is. And the difference is because I did take out a little bit of money, which is here. And all of these, I'll kind of give you updates and showing you the statements, etc. as we go in. They're not all winners, guys. They're really not. I know the win rate looks really good, and it is. Because I am a believer, if you're less than 50% win rate, you are not trading.
Stay out of those casinos.
But where it stops out, I sometimes have to kill the trade early, and I class that as a stop out. So that's maybe a bit too high. It's probably around 80%. Still pretty darn good. Okay. And what you're seeing here is that'll be the 6th trade of the day. Trade profit 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So that's why there's like sort of 3 lots there. All right. My risk was initially 5% per trade, but that is the maximum risk. It's not what I'm actually setting out at. So yes, that might be at 83 as a max stop, but it's not, because I will kill it way before it gets there. A stop loss is only a safety net. That's all it's for. It is nothing to do with the trade. It's just if you've got it wrong, that's when enough is enough. Okay? But before the price actually gets to your stop, you should either be reevaluating what it's doing, killing the trade, averaging into the trade, or averaging out of the trade. There are 3 criteria what must be met before it hits that stop. And if you haven't met them and you're away from the screen, then the stop will take you out because you are wrong. Okay? So when you look at the risk management, don't be frightened by 5% in one thing and another, because you should be killing it off way before. And again, your risk management is probably down to about 2%. Okay, but how many times do you see the market spike up, slam back down, you've been taken out, and it was just a spike? Okay, so gross P&L done really well. We have grown the account by 139% result. I think these are very good results. Now, I was going to show you something about building the account, and that's where this whole sheet comes into play and why it becomes quite important. Well, I also up my bids each time. So every time I've achieved that at full target, I will increase it by 5%. Okay, so at the moment my bid size is £1.16. There it is there. Some you win, some you don't, but that's the benchmark. And my average win for that is 12.9, 13 pips. I'd like to work up on that, get that better, and that's why you journal, because you can see the weak areas very quickly. Now, if I go on my wage maker down here and we look at 13 pips, which is what it's kind of running at the moment, and we're at, what do we say? Well, there's the closest to it. So if I'm doing 13 pips at £1.15 a day, at the end of the year, that will give me the thick end of £3,500. That is the family holiday paid for, with one trade a day at a very low bid size. Now, if I increase it each day, as you see, the numbers get bigger and bigger, and you don't need to be having massive amounts of bid size to get a decent return. There you are. £3.19 a pip, 13 pips per trade, gives you just shy of 10,000 a year. All right. Simple stuff. If you're trading, just look at it through maths. Break everything down, and you'll be fine. You know, you can easily pull £10,000 to £15,000 a year trading. And again, the secret is, don't chase the unicorn. Trade once, twice a day, and don't chase the market. Let the market come to you, and you'll find that your bank account starts filling up. So, with all that said, let's go and see what I've emptied out of my bank account and placed in my front room. Come on. Come on, Winky, put your back into it.
Yeah, only little.
Come on, me to you. You to me. Happy days. Well done.
Are you happy now?
I am happy now. Yeah. And there we go, boys and girls. A month's hard work, and it's now being turned into reality with this bad boy. Yes, a great big TV for big langers. And I'll let you guys decide in the comments what will be watched on it first tonight. Little hint, there might be a gold bikini in it. Hold on, I'm going to have a moment.
Well, hello. Ding dong.
Oh, that was a good moment. I like that moment. And I've enjoyed doing this experience. So remember, guys, do what you love and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.